Well, I guess it's interesting to find out that we might not be, attempting to sign DeAndre Swift before uh free agency. It's kind of sad. It's kind of
Yep, yep. Let's talk about it. Welcome to the aftermath, y'all. What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Broad Street Aftermath with your boy Cool Cat Connor, with your boy King DV. What up, King?
Hey, what's going on, man? Look, man, I'm happy to be here, but it's a lot to get into. Uh, uh, Revolving the Eagle, so let's get into it.
Yep, and we got Smitty Eagle in the building. What up, Smitty?
what's good. What's good, man? Just enjoying the weekend right now, man. And it's kind of sad to find out some of the news you find out over the off season, but hopefully, it's just news.
Yep, we'll talk about that. But before we do, if we will please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, like, subscribe, and comment to the Birds of Bar Street channel, all of our channels, me, Smitty Eagle, King DV, Moan, One Trigger Trey Rock, Philly Notion, the whole crew. Every Sunday, every Monday, sometimes Friday. Join the click. Welcome to Broad Street. Please subscribe to us, man. We got a lot of content coming on the B.O.B.S channel. We got tonight, we got Monday, we got next Sunday. Listen, subscribe to the channel and join the click. So, like Smitty Eagle said, we got a lot to talk about on this show. So let's get on with the news and updates. We'll react to the combine later on. It's just we got a lot of Philadelphia Eagles to talk about. DeAndre Swift is going on into the free market. The Eagles ain't signing him. Swift is going to test the market. So, Smitty, we'll start with you. Your reaction on Swift.
Man, it's kind of interesting, right? Because like, if you're not bringing back Swift, um, who are you bringing back, or who are you bringing in, or what's the significance of the next running back? I'm not sure what we're doing here, but I'm a little confused because I don't understand it. Especially if they say he only looking for $6 million. It's kind of like kind of despicable. Like you would send that man out in the free agency where somebody's willing to offer him a little bit more than what we willing to offer, and I'm tired of the carousel at running back. I said that last year. Like I kind of didn't want to bring back Miles Sanders, but when we brought in Swift, I was like, all right, I kind of want to ride it out for at least a couple seasons and see what we get. You know what I'm saying? The first season, it was a debacle with the offensive coordinator, with the head coach, with the offense in general. So it was like one of those things where it's like, how don't you give him enough respect to give him another run back? But I understand, like I guess if you want to give him the opportunity to test the market, but I don't really see why. I don't understand what's the purpose of testing the market. I just don't. I don't see it. I don't understand it. It's kind of ridiculous. ridiculous, man. To be honest, like I don't, I don't know. I guess we moving on to another running back. Hopefully, the next running back is significant. I mean, I don't know if you send him out in the market if the Eagles get an opportunity to sign him.
King?
I'm looking at it through Howie eyes, right? And basically, what he said on his press conference at the combine, he basically said that we had running backs that could run behind this line. I feel like that he trusts his line and what he built with the trenches. I feel like that. I also feel like that. Yes, he does love the kid. He loves Swift, just like all of us do. But at the same time, he's trying to say, where are we prioritizing the need at? If we're sitting up there paying Swift, then that money could go somewhere else. Now, between 6 to 8 million a year for Swift, that's awesome. That's an awesome bargain. But if we're not willing to pay that, then I don't know if he's going to actually be a Philadelphia Eagle, because that's that's low compared to
Who's going to
the
be a
other
Philadelphia Eagle if you're not willing to pay that, DV?
no, people will. It's just the simple fact that he's prioritizing
Well,
other things.
but what
He's
running back out there
prioritizing
looking
other
for
things.
less than 6? What
I
running
don't
back
think he's
on the
going to get him.
market right now that's top 5 looking for 6 or less?
What I'm saying is, I don't think we're going to get him in free agency, which means they're going to lean more to Kenneth Gainwell to be the RB1. And I'm sorry to say that here. You heard it first. But I'm just going by what I think. What I think is that Swift should be the running back. But if you're not willing to pay him $6 million to $8 million, then nobody's going to want to be here. Nobody's going to be here. Nobody's going to be here. I'm not saying I want that, but I'm just going by what I heard Howie say and how I know he moves. And how he moves, he's going to prioritize linebacker because Vic Fangio is in the building. That's one thing I know that he's going to do. Now, I don't know if it's going to be in the draft. I don't know if it's going to be free agency, and we're less than 2 weeks away from that. I feel like, Howie Roseman is going to fall short on a position. I think it's going to be running back. I really do, because there's no way you let this guy walk out the door. There's no way you let him walk out the door. Y'all did not prioritize him this whole season. He still had over 1,000 yards. He didn't even do his thing. He's on record saying that he didn't do his thing in the passing game. But you don't pick him back up. Why? It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. And Kenneth Gainwell is still on the roster. That doesn't make sense either. We need to stop actually making it a factor that Jalen Hurts is our run game too. That's just the icing on the cake. He shouldn't be a part of the running game. Jalen Hurts needs to be our quarterback. He can be dual threat, not taking nothing away from him, but that should not be our running game. He shouldn't be averaging 800 to almost close to a stack a year. We have a running game and an offensive line that can actually get us some yards. But see, with the Nick Sirianni, and that's why one thing I didn't like when he said that he was going to basically kind of clash the offense that worked for us with Kellen Moore's offense. I don't like that, because we don't know which part of the offense that we've seen in the last 2 years that may or may not have worked, he's going to try to put into the system. I just think that Kellen Moore should just be Kellen Moore and let him do his damn thing. What we need to get Swift back, and we need to get a blocking running back behind him, and then a power running back. That's what we need. Period. It's not hard, but he's not willing to spend the money on running back. I feel like that the linebacker is going to get the full attention. Running back and safety. I think those two positions are going to get.
In the game, well, running back 1, then we're not serious about winning no championship.
I agree with you.
If he gonna be running back 1, bro, we ain't serious about.
Bro, I agree. I agree with you, bro. I agree, because Kenneth Gainwell did nothing. After they start calling him playoff Kenny, he did nothing for my Eagles. Our Eagles. He didn't do anything. Kenneth Gainwell has 2 great blocks, and now he's the best blocking running back on our team. No, he should not see as many or more carries than somebody like DeAndre Swift. That was bad play calling himself. We already knew it was going to be a disastrous year when we seen him on the field more than DeAndre Swift in certain games. That's what I'm saying. I think we're going in with a scope that Nick Sirianni office is going to be the end all be all, but we also know that that Kellen Moore is here, and Kellen Moore is going to actually switch some things up. But how do y'all feel like Tony Pollard? What y'all think about him? That's a rumor too.
Who?
Yeah, let me start.
Tony Pollard.
Tony Pollard.
He just went off the screen. Like, that's crazy. I asked him a question. That's rude. So no, I'm messing with him. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
Tony Pollard? Come on, bro. We gonna give up Swift to pay somebody else 11 and 12 million that they get the job done in their own job?
Yeah.
All right, let me get involved in this. Number one, as great as Tony Pollard is, I don't want no Cowboy stench on my team. Yes, we got Kellen Moore. That he's a coordinator. I don't want a player stench on my team. We already know what they're dealing with that stench. Keep that stench away from my team. That's number one. Number two, Howie Roseman needs to do everything in his power. He got until the 13th to try to get Swift done. I get it. We got to pay him a lot of money. I get it. But you cannot let that man walk out the building. That is someone that needs to be a Philadelphia Eagle. He's like me and King DV. He actually lives in this city. If you let that man walk, who are you going to get? Tony Pollard? No. You think we're going to get Saquon Barkley? No. Any other of these running backs? No. Bring Swift back, man. We need DeAndre Swift. I don't want no bubble screen Kenneth Gainwell on my team. I don't need
No, we're
it.
not paying Swift right now. As of right now, we are not paying Swift, Cole. No, we're not. No. It's disgusting, but no, we're gonna let him test free agency. So, Howie knows everything. So I guess all hail Howie.
It's like, man, you go ahead, King. Go ahead, King.
I feel like DeAndre Swift, it does hurt because you finally got a guy that's dynamic in both the passing game and the running game. Yes, he's not the best blocker, but at the same time, he brings a dynamic to the offense where he could open up the middle of the field. He could. Or he could actually take a linebacker out of a situation to the point where they got to see for him. Now, with Kenneth Gainwell, he's not that type of running back. He's really not. And I don't know what the love is for him.
Fletcher Cox.
His contract. His contract. That's what it is. His contract is basically what I guess coming into this year is the reason why he's still a Philadelphia Eagle.
But if you wanted a running back so bad, you could have kept Miles Sanders. But no.
Couldn't because they wasn't willing to pay Miles. Like, we already knew what it was. That's what I'm saying. I'm just, giving us the news before it happens. Miles Sanders' contract was doable by the Philadelphia Eagles last season, and we did not do that. It was doable, and we did not do that.
And now we're doing the same thing for Swift. It's like, come on now. These running backs don't grow on trees, people. These running backs don't grow on trees.
According to Howie, they do, because he feel like as strong as the line is, anybody, just how we always say, anybody can run behind this line. So he feels like he could get somebody in the draft, he could get somebody down the stretch, and basically they'll be able to run and be dangerous too. Might not get 1,000 yards, but it will be cheap to the point where now he can pay a Hassan Reddick. He can pay a safety. He can pay certain people. That's what I'm saying. I know how he thinks. I know how he thinks. Now, I do agree with Smitty where he's saying that, with the Hassan Reddick. Now, Smitty, not Smitty, Swift being able to hit the market or whatever like that, he's basically making it their priority to test the market to see how much teams are willing to give him. And I'm like, that's a bad drawing because at the same time, what if a team sit up there and say, hey, I'm willing to pay him $10 million to run? So now you lost him. You lost him. This is the TJ Edwards thing all over again. That's what I'm saying. I know how he thinks. How he thinks that the cheaper the better. He'd rather shop at Family Dollar than to shop at Whole Foods or Sam's Club. He don't want to shop there. He want to shop at Family Dollar and hope he gets a gym.
That's nasty. How you doing, Jules? I ain't never.
Hey,
How you doing?
hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. So,
listen,
Daniel,
man, it's
Coles.
it's gonna be strange, but I'm not gonna ride that wave again. DV. I was convinced last year when they said they was happy with Gainwell being number one running back, and then they went out and got two running backs. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna get running backs, but I told you already at the beginning of the offseason, I didn't want one of those them subtle fixes where it's like, oh, you traded a 6th-round pick for a dude that possibly should have been better than he was at another team. He didn't get the shine. He comes over here, he's gonna get a few carries and he's gonna fit in. But I also thought about exactly what I told y'all at the beginning of the offseason too. I hope we don't go sign Austin.
I don't need him either because he injury prone and also he's short. It's like we're sitting up there,
Well, first off, he
paying these
can't run the ball.
guys.
That's the number one
That's what I'm
problem.
saying.
He's not a running back. He's a
yeah.
receiver at running back.
We need somebody in here like Swift that can actually run the ball and move the ball downfield. We don't need a guy up here that we relying on more of a passing game. No, that's not what we need. We need some type. I'm not going, and I'm sorry to say this, and he's in here too, but we need a balance like how the Cowboys had when Kellen Moore was there with the Pollard and the Zeke. The Zeke was the power, and Pollard was the finesse. He can run, and then also he can catch out the backfield. That's what we need, and it's not hard to get, but at the same time, Howie and Nick Sirianni's love for this Gainwell guy because he gained lease a lot because he's not helping the team. He more hurt the team. I feel like that they're going to lean on him. I feel like that. And I hate the fact that they this guy's going to have a bigger role and this guy's going to have a bigger role. We didn't do enough development in certain guys to give them a role because we're not one of those teams. Let's be honest. We're not one of those teams that can sit up there and say, okay, we're either rebuilding or we're breaking people up or whatever like that. No, we need pieces in here that's going to give us the opportunity because we already have winning organization, but we're in a race to get to the Super Bowl. Period. We're not who we not. These low end teams that don't make the playoffs. We're not the Giants. We're not the Commanders. We're not none of these teams that's fighting. That's not fighting to get to the playoffs. We're the Philadelphia Eagles. 2 years ago we were just in the Super Bowl.
mm-hmm.
We made it to the playoffs since Jalen Hurts was a starter in recent years.
Yep.
I'm not going to go backwards, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, 3 years under Nick Sirianni and Jalen freaking Hurts, we went to the playoffs.
So what I'm saying is that we need to get somebody in here that's willing to produce right now. We cannot wait for somebody to develop. Now, what's good news is that these young guys that we got, they had some experience last season or the season before. Mm-hmm. So now they could get caught up to speed, and then everybody's learning the right way to run the Fangio defense on defense. But then also Kellen Moore is going to give the opportunity to our tight end Dallas Goedert, to Smitty or whatever like that. And then whoever the wide receiver 3 is going to be, they're going to get the most of an opportunity. AJ Brown is going to be AJ Brown. I'm not worried about AJ Brown. I'm really not worried about Smitty, but I want Smitty to have a breakout season. I want him because now that's going to make the Philadelphia Eagles have to pay him money. So this is where I'm at with it. I'm just tired of the Philadelphia Eagles selling players short because they don't want to put up the funds. They feel like that, their philosophy is the trenches and all that. And at the same time, whereas though that is important, those positions, I feel like that you need to be playing guys that's making an impact on the team, like a Hassan Reddick, like a Swift. You need to be paying them. Hassan Reddick basically got y'all to the Super Bowl because technically, just like 49er fans, they say if Hassan Reddick didn't do what he did, y'all wouldn't be in the Super Bowl. So if that's true, Hassan Reddick got us to the Super Bowl. If that's true.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm tired of us being cheap. And Rock, you hit the nose. Look, you see the shirt I got on. You hit it right on the nose. All Philadelphia sports teams are cheap. This is why the Washington Commanders is about to be a joke because Joe Harris is their new owner.
Don't do Josh like that.
Okay, not Josh, not Joe. Josh.
Don't do Josh like that.
You'll see.
He believes in the process, man. He get it out the mud, man, from the bottom, man.
See,
you should know best, man. You still in the process right now. You 7 years into the process, it's still processing.
Hey, Smitty, watch your mouth. Listen, me and Smitty got such a connection. I know that he was sitting up there trolling. I knew it. And he ain't even on the screen. He's not even on the screen. But anyway, what I'm saying is we need to stop being cheap. We need to stop being cheap. That's all I'm saying. We being cheap.
Yeah,
we're trying to buy players and everything off of food stamps. We trying to use food stamps
processing, bro,
on steak and lobster tails. We can't do that.
You know how mad you would be if you had went to the bank and it was like, just trust the process, and 7 years later you still didn't have your money.
Go ahead. I'm sorry about ranting, but look,
you're good. You're good. I'm upset too because again, the number one objective is to play your starters. We'll get to Hassan Reddick in a minute because we're hearing some news about people having interest. But when it comes to playing your players, well, let's talk about it. Apparently, Hassan Reddick got interest in a number of teams. I heard the Patriots. I heard the Cowboys. I heard all these other teams having interest in Hassan Reddick because Eagles letting him test he ain't being traded yet, but it is what it is. So what's your thoughts on the Hassan Reddick situation? We'll start with King.
Again, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Hassan Reddick embodies what it means to be a Philadelphia Eagles. Even before he was a Philadelphia Eagle, I feel like that he's one of those gems like a Malcolm Jenkins, somebody that came from another team and called it had impact, right? Everybody sit up there and think that we should not pay him $25 million a year, and I disagree to an extent. I understand that people decline as they get older. At the same time, I feel like the best is yet to come with this guy. He's been consistent for 4 years. He started out slow last season and still ended up with double-digit sacks. He's doing his job. His frustrations was being put in coverage a lot. But overall, I really believe that Hassan Reddick needs to be an Eagle. You can't be Howie Roseman because it all reflects off of him and his moves and what he says. You can't be Howie Roseman and basically said things like, we got to keep guys here and things like that. Hassan Reddick needs to resign here because he's going to be one of those vets that we're talking about. It took so long, and I love my guy. I love BG. But let's face it. It took him a couple years to get right before he got to the BG that we're seeing today, right? And in the Super Bowl. To give him another opportunity after opportunity is beyond me. Hassan Reddick is still playing at a high level. We can't afford to just lose him like that. And we're not sure about our vets and all that. We still need a veteran voice. We still need guys. I understand you got Nolan Smith. in the tuck. But Nolan Smith, let's be honest, he didn't show anything, but that's not fully on him. It's fully on the situation that was placed in front of him in his rookie year. Now, I think that this is going to be a show me year for him because you want him as a first round draft pick, late first round, but you want him to do a lot more. But he needs the reps to do it. I feel like last year he didn't have the reps, and just throw him in the fire. If Hassan Reddick found work elsewhere, that's not going to benefit us in the long run. He's going to go through learning pains, and we're going to be frustrated. And he's not going to really get it until like the tail end of the season or even in the middle of the season. I don't think that he's ready to be that starter yet. I think Hassan Reddick needs to be a Philadelphia Eagle. That's where I'm at with it.
Smitty?
Yeah, you kind of in that situation, man. I mean, you about to live by the gun or die by the gun at this point. You got a first round draft pick who you kind of want to get on the field, but you also got a guy Hassan Reddick who you have offered, from what I've heard, a significant amount of money to stay. You obviously don't think um Nolan Smith is 100% ready to take the reins of being a starter. So I mean, I think at this point, man, y'all just need to negotiate. If you telling me the deal getting done is a $3 million significance, I mean, y'all can figure out a way to make that up somehow where it's in the contract where he can make his money. I mean, if 25 million and you're sitting at 22, I wouldn't see why the wiggle room wouldn't be there. I don't think Nolan Smith is ready. I don't think throwing him in the fire and giving him 40-50% of the snaps going into next season is going to prove that he's ready. He just might not be there, and that's fine because that's just what happens sometimes when you draft guys with high ceilings. Sometimes it takes them a time to figure out where they at. Um, but I'm at a point where like I don't want to see Nolan Smith also get in there, and you know what I'm saying it's a it's significant that you see him not ready. You know what I mean? Where he's like a non-factor at all. So I want to pay Hassan Reddick. I think you pay Hassan Reddick. I think you figure it out. You get the numbers worked out where he stays on the team. And he finishes his career as a Philadelphia Eagle. Man, there's no point of a guy that gave you a significant discount when he signed his contract 2 years ago. Significant. He didn't even have to take that then, but he took it. So um, moving forward, I mean, I think you got to give him an opportunity for you to pay him, not for somebody else to pay you to pay him. He deserved to be a Philadelphia Eagle. He outplayed the contract. Um, so I want to see Howie Roseman man up and pay that man.
Same here. I want Howie Roseman to get it done, man. Hassan Reddick needs to be a Philadelphia Eagle for life. Simple as that. He needs to be a Philadelphia Eagle for life. Get it done, Howie. Another rumor, because these rumors are flying like hotcakes. Apparently, the Philadelphia Eagles is eyeing a return with a certain player, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. So, Smitty, what's your thoughts? You want him back? Do you don't want him back? How you feeling about CJ?
I mean, I don't like his health issues. I mean, I kind of already been an advocate for the health and the disrespect that he put on the fan base. I mean, I guess people will get over that eventually. But I mean, it's obviously going to be on Howie to make a move. But if the deal wasn't good the first time, I don't know about Howie just really circling back and manning up because there was some things said about Howie Roseman this all season too that people want to overlook. But Howie a man at the end of the day, so I'm not sure he's gonna want to go even converse with him. But if he does and he brings him back, I'm not gonna complain. I mean, I don't think I don't think he's the best available safety out there, but he might be the most affordable due to his injury history again.
King?
I do have to agree. It's probably foreseeable only because of his injury. A lot of teams out there is not going to pay him as a safety or what he's asking for because of the injury, especially this season. Last season he did get injured as well. Oh, or the season before, I should say. Um, Yeah, I don't think they're gonna do that, but I don't know how tarnished the relationship between him and us is. Like I said, and I said this before, and me and Smitty talked about it. I feel like that the fan base will get over it because I feel like that after he said what he said about the fan base and everything like that, the play of the safety position this season, I feel like that they was like, yo, we miss him, we miss somebody like him, just the point where we're looking at cornerbacks with the same attitude as a CJGJ. We're looking, that's what I'm saying, that I feel like they would get over it, but we got to know how the relationship between Howie, his camp, and GJ is. That's where we're at with it. And it's all speculation because us as Eagle fans, us as Eagles content creators, we want something to happen right now. We want something to happen so we can do the breaking news and everything like that, but it's slow. It's very slow, and all we got to go with is just speculation and rumors at the end of the day. But
Hey,
CJGJ is
Chris died today.
who?
Mort.
Yeah, Mort.
Yep, he passed away. Yep, he passed away. Yep.
What?
Yep, Mort. Yeah, hold on. Let me get it for you.
Wow.
Let me get it for
Wow.
you. Go ahead, keep talking. Let me
Wow.
find it.
But no, CJGJ, look, I wouldn't be mad at the move. A lot of people think that there's other safeties out there that will benefit us more, that will play a lot more games. Some people think that we already tried with CJGJ and he didn't really do anything but a one good tackle in the Super Bowl. A lot of people are still hung up about that, but I think CJGJ, if he's healthy, for a full season, but that's a big if because we don't know the situation, and then also we already know we're going to get a switch Harmony knife with him at safety, and then also if God forbid if the slot corner goes out, he can play some slot. So we already know what he's capable of doing. So I wouldn't be mad. I know who you was talking about,
Yep.
Mortensen.
Here is the break.
That's crazy, bro. 72. All right, I'm sorry. He look a little bit older.
Yeah.
But that's crazy, dog.
Yep.
I know they're mourning about it. So
Yeah.
God, rest his soul. Hopefully, he's not suffering. That's all I can say.
Yep. So, with that being said, let's get to another topic that I did promise the crew we would add to the show. Steven Nelson and Slay had their little comments about the Philadelphia Eagle fans. I know it irks a lot of us to the point where I'll play it in a minute. I gotta find it. But King, your reaction to what those two said, I'll let you react to it because you actually live in the city of your team. So start us off, King.
I'm disappointed in Darius Slay, but I'm not surprised. He showed you who he was when he said what he said throughout the season. When he got the podcast, he became atrocious. Basically, he really became one of those guys that you're like, yo, are you for the team? Are you just here for a check? You know what I'm saying? So he's becoming one of those guys. He's one of my
y'all
favorite
ain't got
Eagles.
that Liam clip. That clip
What
from Liam, the Eagle fan. Play that clip. He said it best. Boy.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
The British guy.
Yep.
He said Darius Slay here for self. He been showing it ever since he became a captain. Ever since they gave him a platform to stand on to speak on, he been showing that he ain't about the team.
Exactly. He's not one of those guys. Like, even though you got guys like Quinyon Mitchell that basically said that he wants to learn from Darius Slay and things like that. I don't think I want him to be like, I want him to go do his own growing pains at this point if he become an Eagle. Like, because I don't want somebody here that's just like, oh, this is how this is how they are. They're going to boo you. They're going to do this and put all this negativity to this man's head. Whereas though that, all you got to do is put on for the city. That's all you got to do. It's simple. Jason Kelsey, it was like, a couple years ago, he got on the podium and said, this is all you have to do. Like I said before, Allen Iverson set the standard on Philadelphia sports that you got to go out there and give it your all every single night, because we're sitting up there paying our hard-earned money to, basically, see you guys. And y'all sitting up there putting on shitty performances. So if you're sitting up there getting burnt by double moves by somebody that's younger than you, and you got all the tricks of the trade because you're a vet, you got experience in the game, then it's like, okay, we're going to boo you. So now that's affecting you. With the Steven Nelson guy, look, when he said,
hold on, let me play it. Hold on.
Wait.
Let me play it. I know.
Go ahead.
All right, go ahead. I didn't start yet. All right.
When he said,
James on
how you gonna tell me? Hold on, this.
They had like.
Go ahead.
All right, hold on.
Fan reaction? Oh, you come on that tunnel?
Bro, he don't understand.
I know.
Like,
you're exactly right. There
we,
you go, baby. If we do intros,
if we lose it, go ahead.
If we losing at halftime,
and we go in,
mm-hmm.
Boo!
The whole stadium,
and that's the link. That bitch,
Meek and everybody.
That bitch, Pat.
Man, look here.
That bitch, Pat.
Look, Meek and everybody. Look here, everybody. it gets so point to a point one time.
Have you ever seen a home crowd boo you?
We get booed a lot.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Not me, but I've seen a home crowd boo people.
No.
We got our fans being the OC. Run the ball.
Yeah,
I'm talking about
the whole stadium. They get together.
They
play mind games on the OC.
Oh, they acting like they part of the coaching staff. Look here, they'll run the ball. It could be a negative play. Hey, they go cheer for it.
Hey, bro,
just because you said because you listen.
Hey, bro, I said I learned quick. I said, oh yeah, I gotta get out of here. It's not good for my mental health.
Go ahead.
I'm stressed out.
I'll stress you out. Boy.
I'm stressed out.
I'm talking about because I ain't gonna lie. These probably the only fans that ever got to me before.
That's what I'm saying.
You got here because you was born.
He's just somebody new all the time. They're gonna be the same one.
Yes.
And he go hit you about 30 times.
They gonna sit in the back of the bench
right there,
and they on your ass
every play. But Big Dog,
he's terrible. What the fuck is he doing? You gotta hear that every play, even if you make a good play. I used to be like, it got to a point where like. And don't get twisted. I'm not no scrub by any means. Okay. So like I just started myself.
Yeah.
So like it got to the point where like I'm playing.
You are a scrub.
But I'm playing against the fans type of shit.
I ain't even
focused. I have a third down stop. I'm talking shit to the fans. I'm coming outside talking, not even the opposing team.
Ain't it?
The fuck y'all niggas talking about?
Yeah, every time.
There you go. Now I can continue. When he basically said that he was out of here because he had to get out of here because of his mental health, that's BS. The Eagles said, look, what you about to do because you ain't got a job here no more. Basically, we didn't want him back, period. It wasn't his decision, number one. He was a scrub. They was picking on his side just like right now they picking on Bradbury's side, number one. Number two, for somebody like Slay to sit up there and say they're gonna boo you. They think they're the offensive coordinator. Look, you're challenging, and I'm tired of players doing that. That they challenging the intellect of Philadelphia Eagles brain or mindset where we're sitting up there run the ball. He even said if it's a negative play, at least we run the ball, they go clap. Running the ball keeps the defense honest. If you keep passing, now you give them an opportunity to dictate what you're doing. That's just fundamental football 101. You're giving them that opportunity. So if you're playing like ass, yes, we're going to sit up there and tell you, like, yo, what are you doing, dog? You're supposed to be big play Slay. You're getting beat on double moves. You're getting beat on slant routes. You're not really making a play. But when you make a play, we're sitting up there bigging you up, and he don't say nothing about that. So the podcast guy, he don't say nothing about that. He don't say nothing about when he shut down Justin Jefferson, how many people was giving him high praises. Say nothing about that. But when they're playing poorly and all that, and we don't know about no knee injury because like I said, I'm a Darius Slay fan. This is why I bought the Kelly Green Darius Slay jersey. But let's be honest. When we made that switch, to Matt Patricia. That's when he sat up there and said, "Look, I'm going to go get the surgery." That was a coincidence, wasn't it? That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. The best thing Slade did for us in his tenure here is shut down Justice Jefferson and his wife Banana Pudding.
There it is. For me, let me go ahead and then I'll pass it to Smitty. It's like this. You want to know why AI is popular in the city? You want to know why Jason Kelsey and Lane Johnson and Fletcher Cox and BG is popular in the city? Because they work. They get the city. We are a passionate fan base that treats you like family. We treat you like family. If you ball out, you're king. You want to know why Nick Foles got a statue? He won us a Super Bowl. If you ball out, you're king. You get everything free. You know how many people run him on BG? Because he gets the city. He gets the city. Kelsey. Some of our fans want him to stay. Why? Because he gets us. But if you lose, if you don't ball out, if you don't produce, what do you think we're going to do? We're going to say
That's not why. That's not why we want Kelsey to stay. We want Kelsey to stay because he's the voice. He's the voice of the Philadelphia Eagles at the end of the day. You know, we do have guys that's captain, but let's be honest, Kelsey is the coach. Even Devontae Smith came out on record basically saying, yo, if we lose him, man, look, we losing the leader, we losing the voice of the locker room, we losing all this because he's the one. Think about it. When we were on that run in 2022 and we seen the video when he was passionate about why we got here, the blood, sweat, and tears, and things like that. This is why Kelsey is Philadelphia. When he sat up there and wore that New Year's Eve or New Year's Day outfit when we won the Super Bowl in 2017-2018 season, that's Philly. That's him. Period. Everybody in the world was shocked how he was acting at the Super Bowl that just happened. We weren't shocked because we already know how he is. If he on South Street lit.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying.
That's why he's the way. Now, we got guys in here for a paycheck just for self, like Slay and so forth, and not trying to win these Super Bowls to try to have a stamp in the city. And that's why, you know, in a way, I'm kind of disappointed in Hassan Reddick because I felt like that he wanted to play here, and I felt like, you know, 22 million is not is enough, I should say, to try to help the team. You know, we're trying to pay him, you know, just like Smitty said on Wednesday.
If it's true, that's ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying. If it's true, 22 million put him in the top 7 of edge rushers.
Because it's like this for me, bro. Like
that's not bad.
I tell you. Like that's like me telling DV, bro, I wanna come do some construction work for you. But somebody told him it was 1,500, and he tell me, bro, I'm gonna give you 30. I tell him I want 1,500. He tell me, well, look, man, I done talked to a few people, man. You look, I pay you 13. And we supposed to be committed. And I said I want the job. I basically asked him for the job. He tell me he gonna give me $200 short of what I tell him, nah, that ain't good enough. And I go ask other people to, nah, man, you just get a man to 22. You want to be here, like you here. Like, come on, man, 22 is reasonable. It's 3 million from what you supposedly are asking for. You said you want to be here. So 22 should be the $3 million discount for wanting to be here. If that's true.
Yeah.
You said this home. You said this was the best 2 years of your life as an NFL player. Like, and you telling me we offered 22. He said no. That's what's really getting me.
What's even more crazy, Smitty, Cool Cat, what's even more crazy is, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, it goes left to the point where everybody is basically leaning towards. If Hassan Reddick leaves, Sweat is on a contract year. You don't think he's going to ball out? And if he balls out, his stock is going to rise.
Listen, and now, he's going to get paid, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
If he
He's
walk
in
out,
the
listen,
contract year.
if Hassan Reddick turned down to 22, Josh Sweat will be paid the next 2 or 3 weeks.
So you think it's going
The
to be like
same money
you think
Hassan
it's going to
Reddick
be
the same money Hassan Reddick just walked away from.
Wait, so I
Probably
don't
like
think
something
he's
like
worth
3
that,
years,
but
45 million. No, I'm talking about the previous contract. The previous contract.
Okay.
Not the contract he's looking for now. I'm talking about the contract we signed into 2 years ago.
Okay, so you're saying that it's going to be almost like the James Bradbury, C.J. Gardner-Johnson type deal.
They're gonna want to keep one on the contract, and right now it seems like Hassan Reddick is the guy, even though people aren't looking at it in that manner. I could look at it like this: if he gets signed, I think Josh Sweat could possibly play his last season here.
No, I know for sure he is.
It depends on how he play. You know what I'm saying? Because if he plays himself into an affordable deal, that's what I'm saying. If he don't play top tier and you can circle back and get him for like 13, then he might be still here. But if his number rise,
but that's
he gonna be like
iffy.
Because that's what it was for Javon Hargrave.
I understand that, but at the same time, we was in a different.
He just played himself out of our reach.
We were in a different salary cap then because now we got to sign Smitty. We still got to sign Dickerson, and I think that money is going to tackle into what you're trying to sign other people in next season.
What you mean? Next season we'll have way more money, bro. Next year we'll be sitting somewhere in we'll be sitting crazy money. It's gonna be stupid, bro. You gotta the cap number you're looking at is the cap number is different than it, and then we opened up cap like that new CBA deal is gonna keep cap going up every year. So next
I'm not
year
talking about this
bump.
upcoming. I'm about to say I'm not talking about this upcoming season. I'm talking about the following season.
I forgot how the CBA money work. I just know you can't use that money to sign currently contracted players.
Okay.
But you can sign players to future contracts, and you can sign new players, if I'm not mistaken. But you can't like extend Hassan Reddick with the CBA money. You can't. But you could extend Smitty with the new money.
Because
Smitty still would have a year on his contract now, but you would be restructuring and extending Hassan, so he would get a new bump on this year deal. You can't pay him this year, but Devontae Smith contract wouldn't kick in until next year.
Yeah.
So you can use the CBA money for Devontae because his contract technically wouldn't be on the books until next year. You could do Landon Dickerson. I forgot. It's one more person I thought. I think now you could do Swift. I mean, you could do Swift now since he's not technically. He's gonna be technically a free agent.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. This is gonna be crazy.
Yep. So yeah, go ahead, Smitty. Your thoughts on what Nelson and Slay had to say?
Steven Nelson was buns, bro. He didn't have a choice to be a Philadelphia Eagle. He got let go. They were like, "All right, have a nice day, buddy." We cut ties, and then Slay been kind of being that way since forever. Like he kind of real selfish. I kind of pointed it out a couple of times. With we lost. He was like, "Oh, I had a good game." It's like it's it's not really that serious. Like, you know what I'm saying? The fan base is intense sometimes, but it's all warranted, man. Like when you look at it, right? You look at the teams that they claim are intense, right? And then think about where they are at in jersey purchases, in stadium attendance, traveling, all those things, how dedicated they are to the team and stuff like that. That's what shows up when you come out and I look on the field and it look like my granddaddy who's 80 plus years old could have got out there and gave more effort than you. Like he give more effort every day trying to get out of bed and walk than you did to get out there and run at full speed. Like it's one of those things, and it's like it's no like in between in those situations, man. You know what I mean? Like we a diehard team. Once we're an Eagle, we always an Eagle, and we gonna spend money. We gonna buy tickets. We gonna attend games. We gonna go out of town to attend games. We gonna do everything necessary to support the Philadelphia Eagles from top to bottom. And most of the other fans that are from the city, they support the whole city. So they not only they not only buying tickets for Eagles games, they buying Sixers tickets, Flyers tickets, Phillies tickets. Like they in the building night in, night out, all year.
Yeah.
So I mean, how can you expect them to be less intense? They spending. Let's be real. If a diehard fan is spending thousands of dollars a season,
Yeah.
you gotta take it or leave it. I mean, do you want your paycheck or do you want, to go back to Detroit and let them pay you a little less that they would have paid you when we got you, and you could have stayed out there and been bored and been in poverty and still losing. I mean, just be real.
Was crazy. I thought about it, and this is so basically what I thought about was Slay played for the Detroit Lions and the Philadelphia Eagles currently, right?
Yep.
In Detroit, who's the biggest football team in Detroit?
Detroit Lions.
No, it's not. It's Michigan. It's Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
It's Michigan. It's the Wolverines.
Right.
Who's the biggest football team in Philadelphia? Exactly. So we are very dedicated to the Philadelphia Eagles because that's the number one team in Philadelphia.
Number one.
It's them, then the Phillies.
Yep.
Then there's a mixture between the Flyers
and the Sixers. Yep.
But at the same time, this is why we're so dedicated. Now, when we sitting up here knowing that you're doing wrong because you're taking away, it's not to the point that you don't have to know football to know that you're taking away with your play calling. You're taking away our identity, which is the trenches, running the ball, and our defense. This is what we're known for. Now you're trying to put this West Coast offense and everything and try to turn Hurts to something that he's not. Stop doing that. Get back to what we are. Period. I felt like 2022 is what we were. We ran the ball. Oh, the passing game not working against the Giants. Oh, we're gonna have over 230 yards rushing on the Giants, and you gotta stop it. If you stop it, now y'all court because now we can pass the ball. This is the team that we were. This is the team that we were. Now I know what people are gonna say. With Kellen Moore, he likes to pass. I get it. But at the same time, you can't take away the superpower of Jalen Hurts. You can't. You can't. But back to Slay and Nelson. Like I said, Steven Nelson was horrible. He was horrible. He was one of the worst acquisitions that we had in recent memory. He talked about something, my mental health, I got to get out of here. No, we pushed you out. We gave you bus fare, bro. We gave you court scepter to the airport. And then we paid for your flight. We gave you the opportunity to leave. We gave you that. We wasn't begging for you to stay. You were getting beat off of double moves. You was getting beat off of double moves. So that's what I'm saying, that he shouldn't have, he was the last person. And then I don't even want to get on the guy with the jean set on that was sitting between them with the Pumas on. He talked about Meek was even born. I said, look, Meek got
no. He asked the question. He said, do Meek be booing too? He was asking them, do everybody be booing, or is it just the crazy fans? That's what he was trying to ask.
All I'm saying is that interview didn't need Meek name to be speaked out because he's facing his own demons right now. So
I don't think it was on purpose. I think he was trying to lighten the mood.
No, bro. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. But yeah, this is the type of fan base we are. If you're not doing your job, we're going to let you know you're not doing your job. But we also the fan base. Think about it. When Ben Simmons wasn't shooting the ball, when he wasn't shooting the ball, and you sat up there and you seen the damn fan sitting up there telling him, "Hey, follow through on your free throw." They don't bring that up, but they bring up when we did this and all that, and they also bring up
throw snowballs at Santa Claus.
No, recently now it's they banned the dollar dog night from the Phillies games because we were throwing hot dogs. Pause, but we were.
Yeah.
So now they bringing that up. So that's what I'm saying. They with Philadelphia, it comes to negativity, but they're not saying we ride for our players and we ride for our teams, but we will allow we will allow you to sit up there and talk your talk if you was on the field or on the court doing what you need to do and playing your heart out every night. At the end of the day, that's what I'm saying. That Slay, he's not going to be a beloved Eagle. I'm just letting you know that he's not. He's not. We had Big Play Slay for some years and all that. When we first got him,
he was on the trajectory to be one, and then he turned into a bum.
Exactly. I don't think he's like, once he retire or once he gets off the team, everybody's going to be like, yo, nobody's in their right mind going to say we miss Slay. I guarantee it. I guarantee it, because what we expect of him, and he hasn't given us that. You could blame systems and all that type of stuff, and him being yards back and all that. But at the end of the day, he's a vet. He's a vet, and at the end of the day, he needs to be making these plays. And I feel like he made a couple plays last year, but it just wasn't good enough. You know, you're a captain. Like, I think that the captain, that little C, he took that above his pay rate. And he was like, yo, I'm better than this and this and that. Or I didn't mess up. The team messed up. I didn't miss tackles. He missed tackles. I made this play. I did this. Yo, they was blowing us out and all that. He didn't show no passion for losses. He did not. And I watched every single podcast of his. And he showed no passion of a loss at all.
Moral of the story to Slay is really this. Go to the link and see how packed it is when we're winning. Go to Citizens Bank and see how packed it is when we're winning. Go to Wells Fargo Center or 76th place when that gets built and see how packed it'll be when we're winning. Same with the Flyers. When we're winning, it's like a movie in the city. Have you seen the 2017 Philadelphia Eagles parade when we won the Super Bowl? It was a movie. That's what happens when you're winning. But if you're losing and you don't do your job, Ben Simmons, you get booed. You get booed. Don't blame us. Do your job. Do your job. Simple. That's simple. Do your job.
That's crazy. That's crazy, Jigga, because I said that, you know, his wife is known for that banana pudding and all that, and that's just what people do. They go to the tailgates and get some of that and be drinking and just partying and all that. But then when he show up and not do anything on the field, then it's just like, oh man, we could do without this trash ass banana pudding. Now it's trash because of his play. It's crazy. It's crazy to think about.
Yeah, and I like Slay, but come on,
I ain't gonna do the banana pudding like that. I can't eat bananas anyways, but I heard the banana pudding was busting, so I ain't gonna do that. He don't even make the banana pudding, man. Darius don't got nothing to do with the banana pudding.
He does, because his wife wouldn't be here if he wasn't on the team.
Okay,
so he got
she
something
be making
to do
it for
with
somebody else.
He didn't make
They'll
it.
be saying it's busting just like we saying it's busting. Shit.
You right. You right.
So, all right, 2 more topics and then we'll wrap up. The first is your free agency tracker. Who do you want on the Philadelphia Eagles team? Who do you don't want? Who do you keep your eye on? Go ahead, King.
That's kind of difficult to even discuss right now. But as of right now, since we cut, because we didn't even get to that topic.
Right.
We'll cut Kevin Byard.
Yeah. Let's get to that. My bad. Salute my brother King. Let's get to that. We cut Kevin Byard. Your reaction, King?
We didn't want him to get off the team, honestly, and we thought it was going to be a reconstruction of the contract, but at the same time, restructure, not reconstruction. That was weird. Mm-hmm. But I do understand it. I understand it because I feel like with a cut of that magnitude, I feel like something bigger is happening. I'm just waiting on it, honestly. The anxiousness of the move that Howie Roseman is going to do with the extra funds or whatever like that, you know. But I'm thinking that he's going to free up some more money But let me run something by y'all real quick. So
Come on.
you know that Kevin Byard actually hosted a players only meeting. I don't know how many, but he did host one that we know of. Do you think that set well with the organization?
Go ahead, Smitty.
Hold on, say the question one more time.
Kevin Byard had I got it. Go ahead, King.
So Kevin Byard actually, hosted a players only. I don't know how many player only meetings that he did throughout the season when he got here. He wasn't a captain or anything like that. But like I said, do you think that set right with the organization?
I don't think they care, to be honest. I mean, he's a leader. I mean, they brought him in a locker room that was going through turmoil. What does a leader do in the middle of chaos? He's gonna jump into his most comfortable role, and you knew what he was throughout the league because you knew him. So you knew he was a leader everywhere he's been. Every defense he's been the leader of, he's been it. You know what I mean? He gave 100% every time. So you can expect if you bring him in somewhere that's going through a bunch of up and down, he's gonna just step into the role he know. He stepped in and he became a leader. You know what I mean? Maybe maybe a couple of the leaders might have felt some type of way because he did something they wasn't doing, but I don't think the organization had a problem with it.
I don't think the organization had a problem with it either. It is what it is. Someone had to step up in that locker room. So I really don't have a problem with what happened. So it is what it is for me.
No, I think people were stepping up in the locker room, but the voices that been here is not it sits kind of different when somebody outside looking in,
Yeah.
Comes in and be like, hey, this is what's going on, or this is what I see.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have an issue with it, but I just think that just rumors as usual, basically saying that somebody like a Kevin Byard or someone was challenging Deshaun Desai's and the Matt Patricia's in the locker room. I was just wondering. I'm not saying that that's what happened. Just wondering if that was somewhat of the reason where it was just an easy suggestion just to cut him. Because I think that he still has something left in the tank. I think that we could have kept him on the team for cheaper.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Yep, it is what it is. So the free agency tracker, who do you want? Who you don't want? Who do you want Howie Roseman to grab? Go ahead, King.
We have to go. He said that he's going to be active. He did say that, but I want him to be aggressive because, like I said, I'm leaning towards more so that we need players in here that's ready to go right now. We can't wait for a development. We already got young guys in the mix like Ricks and Ringo and Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis, N'Kobe Dean. We already got guys in the mix that has some experience under their belt to make an impact. We need guys that these younger guys could continue to learn from, but also, be able to get their reps. I don't want to sit up there and think that, okay, we was rooting for the Georgia Bulldogs and we was calling them Philly Bulldogs at one point. And then like, we're not giving them the snaps and the opportunities that they deserve. And also we're not helping them be the best that they are, i.e. Jordan Davis having so many goddamn snaps that he gets tired. Now everybody's calling him overweight. Everybody's doing certain things to negate what type of impact that he has on that defensive line. You know what I'm saying? Milton Williams didn't really see that many snaps. You know what I'm saying? So we got another topic too. Just talking about the D line. I just thought about it. I don't think we really touched on it. Fletch, I'm talking about. I don't think we really touched on that, did we?
Right. I think. Wait, we did we talk about Fletch? If we did,
Nah, we ain't talking about Fletch.
No, we didn't.
No.
Go ahead. Yeah,
but no, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. Are you wanting to mix it in?
Yeah.
All right. So
talk about the tracker. Then we'll add Flex next.
So honestly, I'm on record basically saying I said this on Birds of Broad Street last Monday. I'm on record, linebacker, safety in free agency, man. You know, Simmons is a guy that I'm looking at. But you know, talking to Smitty, if we can get Jalen, right? If we can get him, then that changed the whole trajectory um the draft. Because now they got us going with a cornerback in the draft. If we get Jalen Johnson from the Chicago Bears, if we get him, or if we get somebody in the corner, in that corner slot, now corner is out of the picture. Now where you going with the draft? So that's why I said it's kind of hard to figure out. But if I'm Howie, I'm going with a need first, which is the linebacker or the safety position.
Yeah. Go ahead, Smitty.
I don't know. I mean, I want to see free agency play out. You know what I'm saying? Before I really speak on the like what to really do in the draft. I do like the players they've been interviewing. I like the route we're going in. It looks like we're gonna acquire some help at the positions that we're looking at. But we also know Howie Roseman. He'll throw a curveball at you in a matter of seconds. You'll be looking at it, or he's going to get such and such player, and he'll go get somebody else. So until anything is finalized, I mean, I've been looking at it, seeing who we've been interviewing and who we're interested in. But all the names we're interested in, to be honest, if you really want to be, they're the obvious names though. They're none of the guys that you're like, oh, that's a sleeper that you really possibly could get in the third, fourth round. No, it's the guys that everybody's talked about since when? Since the beginning of the offseason, since the beginning of the college season, Edrin Cooper and Jeremiah Trotter. But I ain't gonna lie, I have been watching the draft, and that boy, it's a linebacker from Temple. I think his
I
last
know you're
name is
talking about.
Morgan. I like him, and I ain't gonna lie, Wilson. I kind of like Wilson a little bit. I don't know if I would. I don't know what I would pick him at because I think he's going first round possibly.
Yeah, he going
So
first.
it's getting to the point though. To be honest, if we have to, I think our hand might be forced, and this is what's gonna kill us. I think both of the linebackers are gonna have to go in the first round, and we're gonna have to make a choice at 22.
Yep.
I'm hoping that it doesn't come to that.
But they
I'm
both
really
showed
hoping it
out.
doesn't come to that.
They both showed out the
They did,
combine. They
but like
both
I said,
on Mel Kiper and the other guy. They both moved up into the first round, and they still got a pro there to go. So
who you talking about?
Edrin Cooper and Jeremiah Trotter both moved up. Wilson moved up too. All three of them boys
I'm
possibly.
still leaning.
Jeremiah
Yeah,
Trotter look his early second round now, but it looked like Edrin Cooper and Wilson to move to the first round.
Yep.
So do you think that how we would go with the O-lineman Tyler and then move up to get a Jeremiah Trotter? Do you think that's possible?
Anything's possible with
It
Howie.
depends. I'm gonna say like this, like that's why I say I gotta see how this fall, because you see it was three young guards got cut today.
Yeah, which is crazy.
So
and the left tackle, don't worry. Let's not forget about the left tackle from Dallas.
Yeah.
Basically,
but I'm just saying, like, he got to get one of those young guards. There is no Tyler Guyton. So now you move off the lineman in the first round. You know what I mean? That's why I want to see the offseason start to play out and unfold, so I can get a more precise look. You can tell how he going. You just got to watch his moves. You know what I'm saying? So we just got to look. And I'll say the first 2 weeks of free agency is going to be crucial for Howie. And I can see him making more signs in the first 2 or 3 weeks this time than he ever has. But that's what I'm thinking. Like, he go out there and make a splash at a lineman. He somehow pull another guy in, maybe another safety or whatever. The CJ Gardner Johnson is boosting up. So if he was to come back, then you're in a situation where everything on the board that you kind of need to get is sitting at your feet. You know what I mean? Now you can make that decision and it's considered a safe pick. But with all the holes we got right now, like linebacker in the first round, like I told you before, I don't think it's worth it. With all the holes we do have that we should be able to fill, cornerback and stuff like that, where the talent level of a first round corner that you could take is way higher than that first round linebacker that you're reaching for. You know what I mean? So, but depending on how the free agency play out, man, I think it's a lot of things in play. And with the Fletcher Cox situation, man, I mean, listen, if he don't retire, I kind of was done anyways. Like I told y'all, I wasn't willing to pay him another $10 million to play here. So I mean, if he don't retire, man, I want to say thank you to Fletcher Cox, man. You gave us everything you had, but I'm done. I appreciate you, but I don't think it's worth it. I don't think the price tag for the age and the amount of production is worth it. I'm sorry. I got guys that I need to bring in. I got guys that's already here that need to get the snaps, and I can't keep giving you 70% of the snaps, bro. I can't keep giving you top tier snaps because I'm paying you top tier money. I mean, I know it's politics when it comes to NFL teams, so that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. Him coming back and making top dollar, he's gonna be asked to give top dollar snap counts, and I don't got time for that. You know what I mean? I got Jordan Davis, I got Jalen Carter. Possibly, people are rumored that we might be trying to draft a D tackle in the first round again. So with 3 first round draft picks at on the D line right now, and possibly you have the opportunity to get another one, I don't know where he fits. You know what I mean? The only reason I'm willing to bring back Brandon Graham is the respect factor that he gives. He don't care about coming in and getting the low amount of snaps because he don't care about the money. He coming back to be a mentor to these guys. He's coming back to be a glue guy. He's Udonis Haslam right now. You know what I mean, he was on the you know, he was on the Heat for a long time, but he wasn't really putting in work. But he was just mentoring the young guys for pretty much free, man. He was just there because he loved the team so much. He is Miami, just like Brandon Graham is Philly. You know what I mean? When you think about it, when you look at it, you know what I'm saying, out of the two, if Brandon Graham and Fletcher Cox, if you was to say both of them was going to free agency, I would say Brandon Graham will retire before he signed with a new team. But I can say Fletcher Cox will go play for another color for the dollar. You know what I mean? So
that's what I don't want. I don't want him to go to Pittsburgh because I know he was rumored to go there because he wanted to play with his friend. But at the same time, like I just want him to just retire and give it up. It seemed like he's leaning towards that anyway. You know, you can see the comfortability of this offseason with him is different. You know, last season we were basically talking about him if he's coming back or not. I would rather him just retire if he's still on the Cubs of coming back or not, because I don't want to see him in another jersey. That's just me being petty and greedy a little bit. Brandon Graham, yes, I think Brandon Graham would come back.
You don't want to see him coming back in the uniform?
No, I don't.
I don't want to see him in one, but if it's telling me
I'm not saying
though.
No, I'm not saying that he's coming back. I said I'd rather him retire than to see him in another uniform. That's where I'm at with it.
100%.
Now it's out of my reach if he does go to another uniform, but go to another team. But at the same time, I'd rather him just retire. With Brandon Graham can, you know, bring up the younger guys like Nolan Smith. He can start teaching him some more moves, you know, have another season under his belt with Nolan Smith. So Nolan Smith knows what it means to be an Eagle, knows what it means to be that locker room presence. Think about it. You see Nolan Smith interviews after he got drafted and everything like that. His voice and the way he talks is similar to Brandon Graham. So it's like, you know, they can mesh that way to the point where now Nolan Smith is that locker room guy talking trash and everything like that. This is what Brandon Graham brings to the table, and I think that, you know, just another year will help. I'm really just leaning towards Brandon Graham coming back, and also Kelsey, but we got to see what Kelsey, because Kelsey, you know, tomorrow he can sit up there and say, my body hurt, I'm not coming back. So who knows?
Hey, Jigga, Colson is a Michigan linebacker?
I think so.
I've been doing too many linebackers, bro. I got 1,000 names in my head right now.
Mm.
I think it's yeah. I like Colson.
I do like him too.
I don't listen. I don't want to say nothing crazy, but I don't like Trotter that much. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You'd be surprised. There's a lot of people that don't, but at the same time, like I said, I got this gut feeling that Eagles going to pick the name.
I do too. I think Trotter Senior is gonna put a little pressure on the organization.
You see
Do you
when
remember what Porter did last year, right?
What
He
he do?
showed up to the draft and he was in the draft room and shit with the Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
The
I
same
did see
thing.
that.
I mean, well, you know, Deuce Vaughn, daddy, he worked for the Cowboys, so it wasn't the same instance, but it's kind of the same. Like they had enough respect for him, they just drafted Deuce off the respect factor. Like I'm gonna bring your son to come work
Now
with
in
you.
that war room, if I see Jeremiah Trotter, I'm gonna be sick because I'm like, yo, Cooper is a way. If Cooper is there,
Nah, if I even
he's
see
there,
him mingling with Howie too much,
yeah, that too.
he ain't even got to be in the war room. If I see more than 2 clips of him and Howie together anywhere in the draft, oh yeah, I'll be decently upset. I don't, man. Listen,
Yeah.
Jigga, I ain't saying he buns, but I
No, he
think
not buns.
I think his potential right now, right, is at the same level of what we got in the Kobe Dean. Maybe a little less. Maybe just a tad less. But he is like, bro, did you see the post? I've tagged you in the post, so I know you've seen it. I was asking Cool Cat. Cool Cat, did you see the post of Trotter lined up with his stats next to McCoby Dean, like measurables?
Yeah, I think I did.
But they are identical. I don't think that's a good thing. Like, and I was looking at like a little video. The best linebackers are the 2 that are opposite. You want a guy that's run heavy and a guy that's pass heavy. So when we call certain defenses, we know we're putting this guy in pass coverage, and he's gonna be the guy that's controlling the line. You know what I mean? But you bring in 2 guys that do the same thing, that are basically identical to each other, to play next to each other, it ain't gonna work out. And we did that a lot this year.
But just like 2022, you go back to that. Kaiser White, TJ Edwards, 2 different types of linebackers.
Totally opposite. Yep.
Exactly. And it worked. It worked to the point where we wasn't talking about, oh, we need linebacker. We need a linebacker. No, we were talking about, like, look, we one of the top 5 defenses in the league because of our linebacker play. You know, and that's just, besides the pass rush, but the linebacker played a huge part. This season, not so much, because I feel like you said, with Jeremiah Trotter and N'Kobe Dean, I felt the same way about Zach Cunningham and Nicholas Morrow. I feel like they're the same type of linebacker. So
unless they know something I don't, like, unless Trotter or Dean has put on a significant amount of weight that I haven't seen yet, and I don't know.
Yep. Then finally, the combine was yet this past week. Who's the biggest? Who do you like? Who you didn't like? What was your reaction about the combine? Go ahead, King.
Xavier Worthy, wide receiver 3.
Yeah, I was about to say the exact same thing. He was a 4.21. He was 4.21. I saw that and I was like, wow. Now, I hope we get him in the second round because we got bigger fish to fry in the first round.
He a second round pick. He a second. Listen, the only thing is, now that he ran the 4.21, somebody gonna take the chance like they always do with the speediest guy at the combine. He should be a second round pick, but if that boy was sitting there at 50, and how he said, you know what, I'm pulling the trigger, I wouldn't even be mad. I'd be so happy.
It's a second round for me, King, because I see the look on your face. Second round, not first. I'm not. I know. I see the look on your face. I said second round.
I just listen. I think about what that really opens up for the offense, bro. Oh my God, him just being on the field is scary. And you telling me we get so basically we get Devontae Smith, we get AJ Brown, and we get, I don't even know what his potential is as a receiver, so I'm not gonna compare him to nobody. So I'm gonna just say Xavier Worthy somewhere in the second round, and he comes in with that 4.2 speed with Kellen Moore. Jesus Christ.
All right, Keen, I see the look on your face. Go ahead.
Shout out to him for breaking the record. I did see some of his highlights because I'm like, can the dude play though? Yeah, he's fast as hell, but can the dude play?
Can
He
he
can
play?
play.
Yep.
He can play. He can play. He got some great tape on him and everything like that. But I'm not saying that I wouldn't be excited that if he came to the Philadelphia Eagles, if Howie did pull the trigger, I would be wholeheartedly. I'll be the first one, probably recorded by video and saying, look at this guy, he's going to be better than Quest. And I'm going to just go all out on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just tired of,
getting wide receivers
Eagles
in the draft.
No, just the Eagles fan base, just the hottest thing out, just saying like, yo, we gonna get him.
Well, I like the Xavier Worthy before he ran the 4.21. He on all my mock drafts as one of my receivers.
But bro, you study that. You study that type of stuff. A lot of people just see
I didn't think he was gonna run a 4.21 though.
I gotta watch some. For me, King, I gotta watch some more tape of him before I say what before I be that excited about getting them. So you're right about that.
Because I'm more
Xavier Worthy.
I'm gonna get on that.
He carried his team to the national championship. This man was
did.
wide receiver 1 on a team that went to them.
As I said, he can play. He can play, man. He's just not a quick speedster guy. He can actually play.
No. Yeah.
He can actually play, bro.
The only problem is like, and I ain't gonna say it's a problem. I say the only knock on his game is size. You know what I mean? Because he played at like 175. I mean, so that's probably like the only knock. But he played like Devontae to me. Like he'll go out there and get it. He'll take the hit.
And I don't want the Philadelphia Eagles. If we did get him, do not put him, and I repeat, do not put him in no damn kickoff return.
You know there is.
I don't want that. Because that's where he gonna get hurt at, and then we gonna be scrambling. Then here come Julio Jones' old ass again. I don't want it. I don't want that.
He finna go crazy. Walker said
we need to
he finna get a quarterback he knows, and he finna run all his favorite routes. He gonna go stupid.
He is.
Listen, he don't have a drop problem. That's not his knock on his game. It's really size. It's really size. If he was 1 inch taller and 15 pounds heavier, he'll be a top 3 receiver right now. But seeing that I think he measured at like 5'10", 168 or some shit like that, like it's a big knock.
Yeah, that is. You don't want that.
He's small.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I understand he broke a record and all that, but it's not just him. Like, other guys that I was looking at. Like I said, me and Smitty were just talking about the linebacker. The first day of the NFL Combine, Edgerrin Cooper, who I'm high on. I feel like that we need a guy like that, regardless if he's not. A lot of people that I saw said that he's not durable. He's not long lasting in seasons and stuff like that. I feel like he could just make a splash. Or with his size, 6'3", I believe. I just think that he would be able to just kill it in the middle of the field. As the linebacker, and I just like his awareness. I like his awareness on the field. The guy from Temple, he shocked me. He shocked me this week. He really did. Who else? It's somebody else that shocked me, man. The quarterback that had one of the longest passes in the combine this weekend. He shocked me as well. It's a lot of good talent out there
from Tennessee.
Yeah, him.
I think he had the longest pass at the combine, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He shocked me because I'm like, yo, nobody wasn't even looking at him doing that, and he did that. So now his stock
he like Penix, a lot of injuries. lot of injuries.
Yeah.
A lot of injuries.
Yeah.
He can't stay healthy, and he don't make great decisions on the field. He can't make the simple throws. His best play is the deep ball because he can't hit the outs and the slants and stuff like that.
Coming in? Didn't they say the same thing about Patrick Mahomes?
No, they said Patrick Mahomes had a problem with reading the middle of the field when he came out. He killed that
That's what
though.
they said. Yeah.
But if you watch Joe Milton tape though, like a lot of times when the guy open on the out route, he just uses athleticism. He struggles with that pass a lot. He even struggled at the combine with the pass a couple times. But you can fix all that. Simple mechanics, simple footwork. You know what I'm saying? You can fix all that.
What do y'all think? What y'all think about? Because there's a rumor that are probably true. That Caleb is getting an interview from the Eagles.
Caleb who?
Caleb, yeah.
That's just what. But that's what Howie does, though, bro. He's a.
It's a rumor.
It's a rumor.
It's not even a rumor. It's just like, let me sit down with the kid. Maybe, bro. Some of them people be like, I sat down with him just to give him some advice. I sat down with him just to talk to the young man because I wanted to see where his mind was at coming into the NFL. It wasn't specifically for my team, but it's also like how many other people trust you in the league too. You know what I mean? To sit down with a guy like that. Now, how many people you think called them and was like, "What you think of Caleb? You think I should trade up?" We was thinking about trading the one. I respect your opinion. You talk to him. What you think? Man, I think you might want to trade up and go get him. You know what I mean? Because how he respected like that, and he one of those guys like, I don't need you, but I might as well have a conversation with you. I might as well sit down with you. It don't hurt to sit down.
And Jigga, yeah, I agree. He's more of an edge guy, and that's why I like when he's standing up. I think when Coop is standing up, I think that's where he does his most damage on the field.
I ain't gonna lie. Wilson moved up for me. I ain't gonna lie.
You think? Okay.
Like for me, like I ain't gonna say he moved over Coop, but he moved over Trotter. He moved to that second spot. But the thing you like about Wilson is his ability to really play coverage. And you've seen him run a 4-4, or you know what I mean? So you can put him out.
You could.
The only problem is he might have ran his like I said it about Quinyon Mitchell. Like I don't even know if I'm gonna mock myself to draft him again because he might have ran himself out of our reach. That 4-3-3 might have put him.
Do you think the injury to Kool-Aid actually put Quinyon a little bit higher in the draft?
I thought it was Nate that got hurt too.
Yeah, Nate did get hurt.
Yeah. So
but Kool-Aid did get hurt. So
I don't know if Kool-Aid. I don't know where he was really at, bro. Like people love him just to talk about him, but where was he really ranked at? What was his real rank? Were people really putting him? Because I just seen a mock draft this morning where he was at like 31. You know what I mean? So it's like, is he really as good as people making him seem to be, or is it just a hype because his name is Kool-Aid? Because I heard they was having him in interviews try different types of Kool-Aid and tell them what the flavor was.
What? No,
I swear to you, bro.
I think it's because of his name, number one. Number two, I think it's because how this draft is going. I don't think it's really a huge need at cornerback in the first round.
Yeah,
that's the only two things I can see.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that's all the topics we got today. So, King, any final thoughts?
Y'all, you already know it doesn't end here.
Oh,
tomorrow night, B.O.B.S. Broad Street. We're basically back at it, with hopefully the whole crew. Yep. And just talk, some of the topics and everything like that, get different opinions and everything. So you stay tuned for that, man. And also, we got some new guys, myself included, that's monetized and everything like that. So, you want, to support the channel, we give out wrenches, we're going to do some giveaways this upcoming football season. And then we're just going to keep rocking with B.O.B.S. Broad Street and Aftermath. And then we also got our own thing going on with Inside the Nest. Bro with the check down. and everything like that. So I just, just can't thank y'all enough for just supporting us and everything like that. At the end of the day, we're gonna give y'all everything as birds. Also, I am, breaking news. I know that we do some lives on Friday, but I'm gonna start going live myself on Friday and try to do like a call in to try to touch base with some people. You don't gotta be on screen or anything like that, but I would like to hear what y'all think about certain things, certain picks, free agents, things like that. Just certain things. So you just mark that on your calendar, man. I was supposed to go on this Friday, but something came up, so I'm gonna start this Friday coming up, and as always, go Birds, fly Eagles fly, and catch y'all tomorrow.
Smitty.
Yeah, man. It's another week of work, man. It's another week back at it, back in these books, back in these videos. Saturday, 12 noon. The check down will have their first 10-team mock draft live. Come out, tune in, man. You know what I'm saying? You can help, your team draft or whatever. I know everybody here gonna be helping me, so they showed up this Saturday, so I already know. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have a bunch of conglomerates, but anybody from another team, man, send them out. We got a few teams there. We're gonna have 9 other teams. So we're gonna do that. Obviously tomorrow night we're gonna be locked in on the Birds of Broad Street Wednesday inside the Nest. I'm gonna try to get some of this. I don't even know, man. Since I started the membership, I guess I'm gonna start putting out some of these membership only mock draft videotapes, man. Give people some of these good picks. I think I got a new member tonight. I don't know if that's from tonight, but shout out to Miss Ash. I think she signed up for my membership tonight, man. I see it over here. So shout out to Miss Ash for signing up tonight. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Hey man, and as always, fly Eagles fly.
Yep. And for me, same thing. Birds of Broad Street tomorrow. Cool Cat Mitch tomorrow. Broad Street News next week. We're going to bring back Broad Street Colin in next Monday coming to get you guys thoughts on free agency. The Jalen Freaking Hurts podcast, Bird Talk with your boy. A lot of content coming on here. Subscribe to the Birds of Broad Street, man. Me, Simone, One Trigger Cherry Rock, Philly Notion when he gets back, King DV, Smitty, the whole crew. Please subscribe to the Birds of Broad Street podcast. Join the clique. It is what it is. And with that, fly Eagles fly, go Birds. We'll see y'all Sunday, same time, same channel.
Fly,